So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And now it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first and 10, here's Manning. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Manning. Now they go straight, it's complete. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got it complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on first down is Manning. Man open left side is Brown. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Manning to throw once more. A dump off now to Hill. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Into the red zone now. Manning dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Goodbye.
So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Snap comes at 1. Manning. Jerry Rice, open right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go on 4th down with Manning. Tries for Rice, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be first down Lions. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing now is Carr, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Carr will try it again on second down. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They come out here in the eye.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Play clock winding down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ricky Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result. 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now back out comes the offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
They start the drive with Peterson. Shreds the tackle. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now Manning throwing on second down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Welcome back live to Orlando. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Peterson. Adrian Peterson as good as they come, but here he can't get the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the play clock's running down. Here's Carr to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Yes. Yes.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
Yep.
23 yards on the play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Hall of Famer Howie Long with the tackle. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Their dangerous wide receiver. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing now is Manning. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route. I always always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Manning now on 1st down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now come the Lions. And tough starting field position here.
Okay.
Daddy hat. Daddy hat.
No hats.
They're going to look to throw.
Come on,
Down he goes in the end
I'm
zone,
playing.
and that's his safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't, but for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
Now this offense ready to take over again. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Over the middle here to Brown. Give him 27 yards that time. And that'll give him a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down.
Mom.
This to get it back to a 1-score game.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And it'll move them back within 6 now. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance of getting the ball back.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hello. What up?
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to
Wanted
close
it.
your
You
eyes
praying for it, but-
because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little
But there's
track
a
meet,
fight,
wasn't
and
it?
it signifies,
And
it's
you know, the people
symbolic
really
of the way the
enjoyed this
entire
game.
game was
They're the
played.
ones that like going to batting practice in the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the
You go down,
14 to
score one
11
play.
game, that
I
sort of
fight,
deal.
fight,
That's
you
right
go
up
down,
their
score one
alley
play.
with
So
what
you
we
feel
saw
like
in
you're
this
actually
one.
in it, but you never really was. You got lucky on a couple plays. No, well, that's the thing though. Like, I fight, and you don't fight. I fought for that ball at the end. You probably was just like, oh, I hope my man get it. I'm down there fighting, and I came up as a champion, and like I always do. No, Randy Moss, there was nobody even in the picture with him in that touchdown. They ain't go through nobody's hand.
Dry skin. Try Johnson's extra moisturizing body protection.
Actually, that screen I was all over.
Davis and the rest of our crew.
Did you plan for me to be all over it?
You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on
I'm
EA
all over
Sports.
that joint.
For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden.
How come you didn't just do it again then?
S. S.
Carr had himself a day. David Carr? Derek Carr?
Daddy Carr.
One play, man.
R. Pirate.
Nah, you're not winning because of one play. Then what? You get the ball right there. And you ain't put a drive together the whole game. Oh, okay. You do realize that I shut that down in the second half and you ain't getting no more of those, right?
S.
Well, nah. Well, it's more so like, you know, because you definitely tried it. It wasn't like a matter of like, oh, I didn't call it. You definitely called it, but that's just not. It might get you down there. It might get you a score here and there, but it's not gonna be enough to beat somebody that's playing on the level that I'm playing on right now. Like, I'm just at a level that's. I don't know if you just used to playing Jack or whoever, but like that stuff ain't gonna get you a win against me.
How?
Coming out in my defense and thinking that's gonna save you. It's my D. Like, I know exactly how to attack it. He was standing right there.
Bubba. Eat day. Eat day.
He felt it. I was in the back of his head. He came in hot. Showed him a little extra chemistry love that game.
Hello.
It's tough sledding, man.
Daddy.
I juked you. Crazy. Shook your drawers off. Why can't he cut like that? You crazy. He scramble all the time. He just don't always leave a pocket.
Quack. Quack. Yeah.
He's nice. Man, he should have been an MVP this year and should have won a Super Bowl. Freaking Brady. Definitely should have won an MVP. Alright, there you go. No, you got some nerve. So what, he can't never get beat? You guys normally ain't never been beat? Everybody. He don't never lock. I mean, you got him locked up. Like, that's not what he's historically done. No, he definitely. I don't even think he made the Pro Bowl this year. That's true. That is true. Shake hands, dog.
we are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. And these guys on your screen, ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game. And speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. That's fielded in the end zone. Peterson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. In on the tackle there, Ray Nitschke, and his heyday, it was before my day, it was before your day, but he was something else.
Look, I can still see that 6'6" on his jersey and him rattling running backs and getting after quarterbacks. He used to wrap his forearms up, and he just had the big flipper and come up and thump people in the chest. He was an absolute marvel playing in the linebacker position, especially right there in the middle. A Hall of Famer in 1978, and deservedly so.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And the back goes into motion. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. It's caught. Nelson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 1st and 10, here's Manning.
Looking
for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields.
And
his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as
Get down. Get down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his first pass is incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Give him 18 on that one. And that leads to a Green Bay first. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
You hot?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
I see it.
Incomplete.
ABC Mouse, yes.
Brandon Gaudin, second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Daddy.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Oh, come on, please.
What?
No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
To throw, it's Manning. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And 21 yards there as they convert on third. At 6'6" and nearly 270 pounds, when a ball goes in the air for Rob Gronkowski, it seems like most people always bet on him.
And rightly so. I can't imagine how you can make a play on the ball that's going to affect him. He seems to just kind of shrug off defenders. And you talk about uncovered downfield. Yeah, he just puts a hand up and says, throw it. I'm going to go get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They slot Gronkowski outright. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They do go for it. It's Manning. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They're the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1.
Data plans aren't one size fits all. And since most people use less than 5 gigs, the last thing you want is to end up paying for data you don't use. Now Verizon introduces the great job, everyone.
Yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Again, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Here's Carr to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
He was trying to fit it into Gronkowski there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson in the final seconds of the 1st half. And his guys have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So the D-line's going to spread out. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's half. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Carr now on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides.
And that's caught inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Green Bay first down. On first and 10, here's Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Carr to throw on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So third and goal. The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
From the gun, it's Carr. Touchdown, Packers. Marvin Harrison from 3 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands, downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Yeah.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to speed things up here. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Here's Peterson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
We got to stop this run on first down.
Welcome back live to Orlando. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, into a line that he's liking. That means
second down following the run. From midfield, here's Manning. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Another take for the workhorse here this afternoon. He's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, Manning. Jerry Rice open inside. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Man open, Rice. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run with Peterson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. throw on second down. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
I don't know about that. Somebody did a come-from-behind victory.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Steps away to his left. Now a desperate. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A pickup there of 37. And that leads to a Green Bay first. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Peterson. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Packers get set to go. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jarrell Freeman in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the offense moving quickly to the line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Hey, hey.
Uh-oh. Daddy, I helped. Daddy helped. Daddy helped. Daddy helped. Whoa. 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 Daddy, okay?
Yeah. Let me get a good game in here.
Daddy, okay?
Yes.
I'm Daddy.
Oh, last time, okay. Last, no more.
Daddy. Mom. Mommy.
I run the ball some more. Yeah, sometimes we can run the ball.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
And the wideout in motion. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And he motions the wide receiver. Play clock winding down. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Manning now on 1st down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Carr now on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Carr to throw on second down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Carr. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Harrison, 60 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Manning to throw. Man open left side is Brown. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Yeah.
On first down, Carr.
Oh, my freaking goodness. Come on with that.
These guys will get the football back. And now back out comes the offense.
We just stand them up.
Went for it on 4th down.
Oh, you can't do this.
Turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense.
Daddy,
Goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I
They
wish
get
I could do
11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Mushy.
Nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing
That's
between the
rough
quarterback
for you,
and the receiver.
Yeah.
Perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Okay.
So completion on second down. That brings up third. Throwing is Manning on third down.
Jeez, Wade, I was ready for that.
And he gets it to the 32.
One little freaking
Good enough for
reset.
a first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Come on, please
How
let me
many
get
times
through
we
this.
see it? I still get a kick out of
Stop
watching
with this
quarterbacks and
cord.
receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I love you.
Manning now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
Keep playing over there.
Take him down across the 50.
You're gonna put one on the turf.
45 in enemy territory.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Pick it
The
off.
tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great
Come
amount
on,
of
Al,
bodies
no.
in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Manning.
Oh.
Got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up
He
third.
threw it right to me and I hit
Well, we're
sticked
not
it.
playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And you're
I wish I
holding
could
your
have
breath
just
wondering what's
done
going to
what I
go
really
good
wanted to do
or
there.
bad for your
I really
team.
do.
A gain of 26
I really do.
on the third down conversion.
And that's
Go get
how
a
you pick
tissue.
up a first down.
Right there.
Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Into the red zone now. Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On second down, Peterson.
Come on.
Eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
That's a
What are we
look to run
doing?
right there. This guy's known for his
Are you
quickness,
gonna watch
but also
Buffalo?
for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type
We're
of
gonna have
blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So now it's first and goal. They run again on first
Dang it.
down, Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And his
His running
guys
game
are an
is supposed
extra
to-
point
it's
away
freaking
from
running
tying
game.
this thing
It's
up.
not your fault. No.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Cow. Chia.
It's on the store charging.
Maggie. A cow.
And we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Boom.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
They'll run it with Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr going to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw his Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot down the corner. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So now comes the offense back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
To throw is Manning. Over the middle here to Brown. Unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Something the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. And they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop this momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Yes, sir.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. In motion left here, Antonio Brown. Manning now to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
He's not working out. You're not working out for me, dude. You're too fast, and I'm just not able to make the read.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Come on.
Peterson alone in the backfield. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And that'll be incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Yes.
I will go, Daddy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One receiver right, that's Brown. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Mommy, 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 mommy.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Mommy. Ah.
On third and long, it's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
Oh, my goodness.
Reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Yeah, you running?
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And Detroit getting set to go now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. Now this offense ready to take over again. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's got him in, complete.
I did not
And he's
see
going
any
to get this all the way
question.
down inside the 35. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, Peterson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Throwing now is Manning. Man open, Rice. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Red zone opportunity. Into the red zone now. Manning. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Manning to throw on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Manning again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Welcome back live to Orlando. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, completion to Rice. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Manning now to throw. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They run again with Peterson. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call the timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Gronk, the tight end, in motion. From the gun, it's Manning.
Pick it off,
That is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They give it to Peterson. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They've brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on
Come
third
on,
and
they
three.
balling. Oh,
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people over.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First and goal, defense with their backs against the wall. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense.
yes.
It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a run with Peterson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Peterson on third and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling them for a loss.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And quickly they get to the line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think?
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. So long, everybody. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down, Manning. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They run. Peterson. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Snap comes at 1. Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Come here.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run.
Come here.
And the question is, what can Tweet do to make bubbles with her big stick?
Okay.
Yes. Daddy.
Bang the bubbles out with a bone. Tweet says, pass the stick nicely. And Dave says, run with the bubble stick.
Daddy, up. Daddy, up.
Or Dave.
After catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, Because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Yeah. Okay.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They run it again with Williams. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Got it?
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Get the ball out,
Pressure
man.
up the middle, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Yep.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range.
And it's
What the
intercepted.
heck?
It is. It's intercepted.
I'm so
Picked
sick
off
of
by
him.
Super Bowl
Picked.
49 hero Malcolm
I'm
Butler.
just tired of
Well, this
throwing him.
offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Shift together here from the D-line. Manning now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's
every
across the
time.
40 for the extra yards to the 43.
Man, come on,
So
yeah,
nice
see
job to
that.
get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line,
Okay.
great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Halfback sent in motion.
Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry.
Okay. I'm moving down.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he's got room. And a cutback. Adrian Peterson.
Why did they drag me back inside?
Way in for the touchdown.
This Brooks don't even work anymore.
Adrian Peterson, 55 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Time running out here on the play clock. They begin the drive with Williams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing his car on third down. It's caught outright by Graham. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Carr going to go on fourth down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Carl trying again on second down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. So the D-line's going to spread out. Carr now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Ed McCaffrey, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On third and long, it's Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Their big-bodied receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
She's due for some more. She can take some more.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line.
Did Dad ever call that?
Now the offense heading back out there. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else?
Who's that? You been up the entire time?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Star.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Yeah.
Go.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And left side here, it's Graham. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be first down Detroit.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On first down, Carr. He
That's low by you. Pardon myself.
To the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Huh? My controller's still broken. I couldn't get them all to get a different
So
one.
they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
It's not working. It's not working.
The 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Shotgun now for Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yes. Okay, man.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the play clock's running down. Here's Carr to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. And touchdown! Adrian Peterson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And Graham's got it over the middle. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Lions are going to have a first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Carr.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense,
and he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17. Fletcher Cox coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now back out comes the offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Manning gonna throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you, and anyone coming from the...
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing on first down is Carr. Flushed out right. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Champ Bailey in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more little...